When I got home from Vietnam, I didn't really know what I was going to do, and I bought a little junkyard. I knew that me and my wife could run it, and I could pull the parts, and she could sell parts, and we could scrap cars in the evening, and I could haul them to the smelter every day. And I always said, lead where the business would drive you. At the same time I bought my first salvage auction, I started a company called You Pull It, and I was growing them both at the same time. But my love affair with the salvage auction was more, and I started growing it.
I started in '89. I don't remember exactly how many people were in the company, but we knew everybody on a first-name basis, and it was Willis's company. I mean, it was Willis. Copart was Willis.
Really felt like a small family-run operation when I started.
You constantly learning about business, learning about people. Just every little aspect of the business in those days was hands-on. So nothing was set in stone. That continued with Copart to this day. The thing that I recall was that everything was up for discussion and everything was up for change. That created a sense of innovation. And so we were trend-setting.
So I tell people that if you want to understand Copart, you have to understand Willis Johnson. In a number of times in his life, he's put everything he owned at risk to build this company. While he's done that, he's kept his values.
I decided that I wanted to take Copart public. At that time, when you take a company public, you have to show that you can grow your company. So I went out and started opening new facilities and acquiring companies.
What I remember is the morning that we traded. It was a rush. I thought, we're public. I can't believe we're public. I've said before, getting married, seeing your kids born, it's up there. It's that big a deal. Most people will never do it.
You just change the whole life of the company. So we got on a path. For 18 years, I acquired somebody every 6 weeks, or I opened up a new location.
We didn't have an integration team that went with us. We worked with the team that we had acquired, and whenever possible tried to keep them on because they had the relationships with the customers, and it was really important for us and for Willis especially.
Probably the largest turning point, I think, in the history of our growth was when we acquired NER.
We were not on the East Coast, and that acquisition gave us real coverage. That at the time we just thought we were adding facilities, and we found out very early on we were adding a management team.
So he took the time to meet with all the individual management, learn what was important to them, what they thought was important for our customers, and really integrate the two cultures.
As we were integrating, we wanted to make sure that people understood that they were part of a larger family.
It's all about the people. Willis was always very good at putting the right people in the right places.
Willis's whole focus was on growth. New facilities, new customers. The ability to consolidate the entire U.S., it was just such a tremendous advantage. That led to explosive growth at Copart because the ops team was able to support everything the sales team offered.
Those dots were important because it led us to become more of a national player in the market.
When we bought NER, we had 3 operating systems. Out of those 3 separate systems, 2 of them were completely different. That became the goal at that point.
Willis and I sat across from each other, and he explained to me what his business was, and I went away for the weekend and designed what we all call CAS today.
We started that rollout in Sacramento, yard number 2, and by the middle of December of that year, we had rolled CAS out to all 52 locations that Copart owned at the time.
And that allowed us to leverage the internet. This thing called Copart.com that we weren't really sure what we could do with it. Now we were like, okay, we can do some neat stuff here. We were every day inventing something. And
we rolled out all of BB2 in 2003, and 2004 was just one of the best years we ever had. And that's when we started doing all the patenting and just getting it very strong. Even though CAS was foundation, that really put us on the map.
It was a success. That's when we became a high-tech company.
There was a lot of risk involved, but this company's never been afraid of risk, calculated risk.
So you have to keep innovating. It's the company's success it's the people, and then the ability for those people to work well together and innovate. And the more you do that, the more your customers want to do business with you.
Well, our growth internationally started in Canada.
That was how we were going to dip our toe in the water.
That started in 2003, and since then we are now up to 7 auctions.
So we've been really doing our best to generate and create a national footprint in Canada.
After that, we went over to the UK. So UK celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year.
What Copart did was come in and actually change the service standards, the ability for the insurers to absolutely transact with somebody who is interested in driving real value out of the vehicle for the insurer.
They've become the dominant player in the industry by far over there. And that's led our appetite to grow further internationally.
We launched officially in the UAE in August 2012. If you look at these markets, they are, what we're doing is groundbreaking. The passion that I see in the staff that we have in this part of the world, they've become part of the Copart family, and they are the most passionate people you can ever imagine.
India, Germany, Spain, all three are on the new Cobalt computer system. It's going to allow us really to expand rapidly and quickly.
We grew the business, the existing business, so warm, because this is our proof of quality.
They have embraced it enthusiastically and are successfully running auctions today.
Western Europe is a huge deal for us because the volume potential there is massive, and that is a game-changing option for Copart.
We've had so many chapters. This next chapter of international growth, it's incredible.
So the last GLC was just big energy, right? I remember thinking, as I've done so many times with Copart, I think, how are we gonna up this game? How are we gonna make it better? Because it doesn't seem like it can get better.
We're growing it by expanding our market share, by going international, by offering new products. We provide a better product because we do the fundamentals better than our competition.
Obviously, what has happened in the last 18 months, which is paramount, is that we remain number one. I think it's a tough time to be their competition right now. So one of our primary goals is to bury operations with volume. And that's a great thing, because our operations team is killing it right now.
So January of 2016, there's a speak about this 2020. So 20 expansions, 20 new facilities in 20 months. Every single person in this company is affected by 2020. There's nobody that's not.
They've got a saying, which is bury the bastards, which means, keep the cars coming and let Sean and his team deal with it. I love that philosophy because it challenges us, but we're up for the challenge. I've got a great team. They just say, bring it on.
When I look past the past 18 months, I think our clear success in handling major catastrophes and how that's translated into solidifying and picking up major contracts here in the U.S.
I can tell you that pretty much every storm has made us a better organization. Our people are getting smarter and better and just really taking care of business when the storms hit.
Insurance customers that didn't even do business with us, that were going, who are these Copart guys? How are they doing this? And how can we do business with them?
There was some major flooding in Chennai, and it was a chance really for Copart to get a name in India, so that was pretty exciting.
Well, our bread and butter is definitely the salvage industry. But over the last several years, we've started to diversify the types of units we sell, the types of new buyers that we're bringing into the purchasing funnel. Everything from power sports with Crash Toys to purchasing units through Cash for Cars. We've definitely seen a lot of diversity and change over the last several years, and we're excited to see where we go in the future.
What's really important is, in the last 18 months, with the growth of the volume, the people out there in the field have never been more important to us in the sales organization. We're all working together like we've never worked before.
Go to a facility today, you want to make sure that you're meeting everybody. Those are the people that are doing it every day. That's one thing that has not changed over the years. The people in the facilities are what make it happen every day, and that's very well known.
Any business really does come down to the people, and if you can get the people all moving in the same direction, you can accomplish unlimited things.
The culture right now is paramount. It's about winning. It's about work hard, play hard, and celebrating the wins. That to me is the most important thing. I get emotional over this stuff.
It's a culture, and all of our people subscribe to it and execute on it every day.
To sit here today and to lead this company and to see over 5,000 employees know what they're supposed to do, know what they have to do to win, and they're doing it every day and they're executing every day, and we're out executing our competition in multiple countries. And to do that, you have to feel a sense of pride. It's a very cool thing to see so many people getting it done and winning, and I love it. It's very much like family. Copart's going to grow this year, but the question is, what are we going to do next year?